guys, and welcome back to part 8 of the annular monoplane build. We're going to be looking at the dummy engine cowlings today and trying to finalise the fitting of the wings, so let's get on with it. Cheers. So I shaped up the dummy engine cowlings, quite pretty. It originally had an air intake to cool the rotary engine, which was midships. So I thought I may as well make them slots to let air in. Not sure where the ESC is going to be, could be there, but wherever it is, it's going to help to draw the air. So, and the easiest way to do it, I'm just going to drill around the periphery and then sort of cut it out and file it. So here we go. Done a few already. It's only thin ply, wasn't it? 1 mil, less than that perhaps. So let's just clean this edge up. For that, I'm going to use a combination probably of this scalpel and a file. I'm very aware that I'm cutting towards my hand there. Right, so now that's opened up, that's going to go on top of there, and it'll scoop a bit of cooling air in. Now the position of this is dictated by the position of the rear trailing edge. So that goes in there, goes in there, and that goes in there, like that. So this is where I'm going to glue it, and that can go on now. So let's get some glue on it and get it on. Okay, looks nice. Now eyeball it, make sure everything is as nice as I think it is. I'm just thinking I could put a bead of CA around the edge. So hold that a minute. There we are, so there's one on. Looking very smart. I decided that the best way just to sand this is just using the really coarse side of the what do they call these things, perma-grit tools. But as it comes around, so it comes up to the leading edge. Well, I don't want to sand the ribs, so I've stuck masking tape all around, so as soon as I get down towards the masking tape, it'll tell me, it'll start rubbing through. Now, I'm not quite sure what the plan means for this area here, because it says 1/32 top sheet and then it's got quarter under, so I can only assume it means whether it's, well, it can't be 1/4 inch all the way under, I wouldn't have thought, because R5, which is this one, is shown separately, and if it was 1/4 inch under, it would have been a quarter inch thinner rib. So unless it's just this bit here, which I'm guessing it is because there's currently nothing there, and that fits around the cheek, engine cowling cheek. So I reckon that's what that means. So I think I can go a little bit more on here. It's not quite 1/32. And it's still very rough, and I've got to sand the bottom edge. In fact, I want to give the whole wing a flat sanding anyway, like this. but I've got to put a heavier grade of paper on there. So that's the first bit done, and that didn't take too much time really. It's fun to see it's thin here and it gets fatter and fatter and fatter to up to here where it dips down, and I think it might, yeah, just gets fatter as it goes around, and this outer edge is going to be the opposite. It's going to be thin, getting fatter and fatter as it comes around to the leading edge. So I think I'll work on sheeting this area and the back piece next, and cutting out a piece of, and then I can take it down to the correct level. So I'm not quite there. There's a bit of 1/32 ply. Probably still could come down a little bit. Let's do it. Welcome back, guys. I'm just having a very pleasant time sheeting these areas. It's great. Just watching YouTube videos. I thought better just come back to you and show you a little bit of progress. This is 1/32 balsa. Well, it's that thickness because it's just the tissue goes straight onto it, so it can't be any higher than the thickness of the tissue really, and it already is. So anyway, normally I would consider gluing this together as I go. Gluing this together in one piece, but just for the moment I'm doing it this way, just as I go. I'm quite enjoying it actually, building it up a little bit at a time. Nothing's pinned, it's just holds itself down. Probably run a piece of masking tape on that, but what I'm doing, I'm just putting a little bit of CA on the front edge here, which I've not put glue on, just so as I can put that end down. I know the feedback from you guys, you're really enjoying this build, and so am I. Loving it actually, it's great. Kind of reminds me actually of like my early days of building. It's just everything just seemed to be so new in a way, I suppose. Just going to put some white on there and there. The wonder of building a plane and building a plane which is very unusual. I've not built one like this before. But of course it is. It is no different to any other aeroplane, it's just a different shape. Just put that on there like that. Right, one little bit to go, and so I've sanded the inside circle. I haven't sanded the outside yet. I just fancy doing a little bit of this, so that's what I've done. Now I'm going to take this over the top of this a little bit. That's the best way. Just going to turn this over and roughly mark it. Just be in front of that. That line on that line, right. Hold down the back with a bit of tape and hold down the front with CA just to pull it all in. That's all the sheeting done. The bottom of it isn't sheeted, just the top of it, and lots of sanding to do now. Just cut a curve into the back corner of this and then take all this down. Yeah, great progress, great fun. Nice little bit of progress, guys. So I'm just cleaning up the cut edge there and I'm sanding the trailing edge section. Because this is only 1/32 and this is quite a coarse, very coarse, in fact aggressive sanding block, it's ideal for going through balsa like this. To protect it, I've put some masking tape on, which, you know, if I go over that, it's going to score that quite badly. So if you're not sure, put on a second roll of masking tape. But it also allows me to sand right down almost to the same surface level as the 1/32. Again, I'm holding the bit I'm sanding so as not to put any stress on the structure, which isn't brilliantly strong. So very lighter touch now. That's nice. So just in case it's lumpy or anything, I'm going to go lengthwise just to take out any high spots that way. Very gently. There we go. That's really nice. I've still got to tidy it up slightly with a very gentle rounding up, but that's nice. Somebody asked me the other day, what tuck grit papers do I use? Well, anything from 150 to 400. In fact, this part of the sanding block is probably, well, it's aggressive. I'd say it's less than 150. Building a model aeroplane is one of those things that you need to offer up dozens of times. Okay, I see what's going wrong here. It's slightly, the hole that would receive it before is not quite the right shape now, so I've just marked it and I'm now going to make it a little bit bigger. Like I say, the bit that was fitting in was the bit I've trimmed off for length. So let's just open this up very slightly. Not too bad at all. I can't peg it on now because I can't get in there to put a peg on. The front's not too bad. The back is not too bad. Just for a bit of a change, guys, I broke off from doing the wing and just made an elevator. What I'm talking about, it's an elevon. It's not an elevator, it's an elevon. So I fancied just breaking off, as I say. So we'll just take a look at this. It needs rounding up, but like I say, I couldn't sand the back of the wing until I knew the sort of size, thickness of the elevons. So here it is, an elevon. I didn't cut the ribs to shape, as you can see, they're all just square because I'm not sure how high this is going to have to be sanded down, probably tapered. So I'll sand the ribs to match. There we go. So let's just put it next to the wing where it goes. It's a funny shaped wing. Right, this is going to go, let's move those pins a minute, move that trailing edge. That goes in here, look at that. And immediately we can see that that's possibly not quite the same angle. But it is if I bend it up. This is going to be, I think the elevons have to be probably bent up about 5mm, something like that. All of these sorts of planes have, flying wings have bent up elevons. This looks nicer. I like the flow of that. And they line up with the ribs, this one and that one. When I sand this, I can bring that down and bring that one down as well. Bring these all down. And this one up here is going to be a little bit thicker. Basically following that. Let's just put something under there. This rib will follow the shape of the wood next to it. So sort of like this. So I can cut that one down. I mean, they're all going to be angled like this, but to a varying degree as you go down. But there, look at that! Isn't that a lovely looking shape? Beautiful. Really gives it character. That does. Love it. Okay, guys, little catch up. I've done the sheeting on the starboard wing, leading edge and trailing edge, and I've made the other elevon, the starboard elevon. So good progress there. That one looks rather stunning. So yeah, it's coming along. I'll sand these to shape. I've got the leading and trailing edges to sand. Not much to really film in that respect. So until I've got all that done, I won't be coming back to you. I'll see you soon. I'm a bit late recording a video for this week, guys, and this video that you'll see hopefully tomorrow, Friday, or this weekend. Today is Thursday, so you're right up to where I am with this model. Okay, guys, there's the first mock-up with both wings sitting in position. Goodness me, what have I created? Let me show you around. Still a lot of work to do. I've roughly sanded the, focus it up, the trailing edge there, going round to the leading edge. Only rough, but it tapers all the way around, which is great. I did sheet in this corner, actually it was that one, with 1/16, but I didn't like it, so I've taken it out. But it's showing up that rib look, just noticed, not in line. But I'll probably correct that. These are okay. I think that's looking rather special. I love the elevon shapes. I think they're really, really sweet. So I've bought the servos today and I can work out the positions in the wing for those. Still got to put in all the rigging positions that go from here down through the wing down to the lower undercarriage position. I've 3D printed some parts out for those. Yeah, look at that. Incredible. Haven't done a lot this week because I've been busy on other projects, but steady progress. think it's looking fantastic. So thanks everyone for watching, following along with this rather amazing aircraft, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.